Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be discussing everything Solana, see what is happening with the price of Sol, and of course what we could be expecting as we go further and closing out to the month of March, which has been historic to say the least. So if we're looking at the overall market, what a beautiful bounce that we're seeing today, especially after the FOMC meeting taking place. We did hear what we wanted to hear, and obviously Bitcoin is reacting, on a really positive note, and obviously the entire market is reacting to that in a positive way. And as of now, altcoins are outpacing Bitcoin. So, the momentum that we were starting to see, 2 weeks back, a week back before, this correction, that same momentum is still showing right now for altcoins. So that is obviously great to see. Solana up 9.7% on the daily time frame, back above $190, just like that. To be exact, $191.30. As mentioned, up 11.3% in USD comparative. It's also up 3.5% in Bitcoin comparative over the past 24 hours. But now, for focusing on its market cap, $85 billion, guys. We're approaching the $100 billion mark, and the 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 8.9 billion. Amazing stuff that we're looking at. But before we go into it any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So I want to talk about the FOMC meeting, just kind of highlight that. I'm going to share my personal thoughts with you guys as to what we could be expecting. So I think this is perfect, especially for crypto holders. Perfect. Especially, now that, as if you do follow me on my channel, I am expecting that, the next 9 to 10 months, pretty much, this year, 2024, is going to be somewhere where the market top will occur. Possibly Q1 January, you might see some crazy momentum then, but further than that, I just don't see it happening. We don't want to get burnt out at the same time. And I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on that. But you can see the Federal Reserve left interest rates unchanged for the 5th straight meeting and signaled that they still plan to cut interest rates 3 times in 2024, even as the recent data suggests that inflation has been more stubborn than expected. So 3 rates cuts this 2024, and obviously riskier assets are more attractive, for investors. So this is huge. This is huge for crypto space. As we do see interest rates dropping, I think we're going to see speculative assets, altcoins, Bitcoin pumping up throughout the year. And of course, what a great time, than now, because we're in a bull market. So great stuff, in my opinion. But now, what I want to discuss right now before I pull out the charts for you guys is this. So I asked you guys about 15 hours ago. I says, as mentioned continuously in my videos, that I personally think that the top will be this year or maybe Q1 of 2025. I see people saying end of the next year. I just don't see that happening. What are your thoughts? And Solana family, I want to know from you guys in the comments down below what you guys personally think. Are you guys on the same page? I just personally think, historically speaking, this year should be somewhere at the top. And of course, people are coming out and saying, as of now, 65% are, kind of agreeing with what I'm saying. But everyone's talking about the super cycle because the ETF narrative, we're seeing the institutional regulation coming into the crypto space. But, when you start thinking like that, this is where, you could have the chance of getting your entire gains burnt out, because you're thinking, mentally, that, hey, 2025, sometime mid or late 2025 is going to be the top. And this is where, the whales can come out and really use other people as exit liquidity. So what I would strongly recommend everyone doing is, at the end of the day, you cannot time the top. So it's important to have an exit strategy. This is something I've been emphasizing on my channel for quite some time, and stick with that exit strategy. Whether you think it's going to be the end of the year, Q1 of next year, you want to stick to that exit strategy. If you don't, you will get left behind. So that's that, but let's continue to see what is happening. So for bears, not a good day at all today. Obviously, I will explain a little bit what I mean. So you can see Solana was trading $22 exactly a year ago on this date, which was March 21st of 2023. That's just a fun fact to know. And I'm sure a lot of people, there's an insane amount of demand at those levels, but people that did take advantage of that, won big. The ones that did not, you pretty much got left behind. But moving forward, you're seeing exactly what I've been projecting. We're seeing a lot of different chain projects coming in and bridging to Solana. You can see it says the first ever ETH native NFT. So, Kilo Bear, this is one of the biggest NFTs on their side, on their chain. They have successfully bridged to Solana network. And I think this is going to be a catalyst for a lot of other, chain NFTs to come in, take advantage of the Solana hype. And this is obviously something really, really interesting to note. Moving forward, you can see Solana leads with 49% of interest in blockchain ecosystems in 2024. And, Ethereum is literally nowhere to be seen. And speaking about Ethereum, SEC has an investigation going on. Here we go again, all the way from, 2020 when we saw that happen with XRP. You're starting to see this happen with ETH. But I don't think, honestly, in my personal opinion, if you were to ask me, I don't think this is going to impact ETH because, we're seeing institutional interest coming in for Ethereum. I just don't see ETH being impacted the way XRP had. But Solana definitely is, the coin of the cycle, the chain of the cycle. And, what we're seeing happening this time around is something, it's revolutionary and monumental. So crazy stuff happening for the Solana ecosystem. And moving forward, you can see this for yourself. Not a good day for bears, as I mentioned. 5.85 million worth of shorts position got liquidated as Solana bounced back above $166. And we know the $166 is a key key support line where we did get supported. So that is that. But now let's talk about Bitcoin's price, and then we will talk about our good old friend Sol price as well. So if you're looking at dominance hasn't changed a bit, 53.7%. So that is obviously nice for altcoins. If you're looking at BTC, beautiful bounce right after the FOMC meeting. Obviously those interest rate announcement that there will be 3 cuts this year for riskier assets like Bitcoin. It's going to be a good indicator, and you did see Bitcoin bouncing up 10%, retesting its previous all-time highs from the last cycle. But now let's take a look at what is happening with Sol. So Sol USDT, there we are. What a beautiful bounce. I am going to switch our chart to the hourly time frame, and there we are. Okay, look at that beautiful bounce, and just look at this. That beautiful bounce at $166 support line. Obviously we looked below it, but this is obviously due to leverage, but you could pretty much see 3 different retests at this support. Why was I continuously talking about this resistance, how important it was? And I'm sure people are starting to understand the importance of it now. You can see 3 different bounces, and we have seen, obviously, as the entire market picks up, Sol is picking up again. You're almost back into the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. So Sol is up 17% if you picked it up yesterday at the support line. And that is insane to think about. Obviously, we do have some resistance coming in its way, where we did get stopped out today at $195, but I don't see Sol having any issues getting back above and actually hitting a new yearly high and start heading to all-time highs. What's happening with Solana's chain right now is something that is insane. I can't even wrap my head around what is happening. It's just something me on my channel has been discussing with my viewers for such a long time. And I know there's a lot of people that see that. So, appreciate all the people that have been sticking around, and especially the people that were picking up Solana around these prices. I'm sure you guys are already smiling big time. So great stuff. Do let me know down below what you guys personally think. Where do you see Solana going before we close out the month? We still have about 10 more days, but do let me know down below what your personal thoughts are. Thank you so much for your support. I will see you tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.